guys, welcome to Vector Motion Graphics Studios. I'm Ryan Collins and thanks for tuning back in. Today we got some glowing eyes effects in After Effects and we're going to do some, we're going to be using Red Giant's Magic Bullet Quick Looks. So we're not going to go too deep into that, but we're going to see what you can do with the free version for those of you who don't want to pay for it. Okay guys, so we're in After Effects now and let's get started. So for the footage, there's not a lot that you need to do. Just get footage of your actor with your eyes. So I think, yeah. So this is part of, I don't know, I just called it Engine Power. So you can have a look at that here. It's on the screen. So once you get it, you might need to shorten it down. Make sure your comp size is what you like, and we're gonna make if it says 8 BPC, we're gonna make it 16 bits per channel, and just press OK. Alright, so yeah. Okay, so let's get started. Now the first thing we're gonna do is get it to a spot where your motion tracking can actually start. So let's say just about on 2 seconds. And then just shorten it. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're actually going to motion track it first. So we're going to go up here to workspace and click motion tracking. Just wait for that to load up and click onto your footage. Actually, we can rename the footage just footage, I guess. Click on it and make sure you press track motion and open the workspace a bit more and click it onto your actor's eye. In this scene, you can only see one eye, so we don't have to worry about the other eye, but in other scenes you probably will have to track 2 eyes. What we're going to do now, you can also do this before you start tracking, but you can create now a null object and rename it eye or left eye. Now we're going to go edit target, and already it should just be on eye because After Effects will be like, oh well, it's a null object, so it's on that, and just press OK. Make sure you're at the start and just press analyze forward and just wait for that to load. Okay guys, now when it's loaded and fully tracked, just make sure go edit target just one more time to check if it's on eye. Press OK, press apply, and make sure it's on X and Y. Not X only or Y only. It usually is on X and Y, but just double check and press OK. Now we can get out of motion tracking and go back to standard view. Okay, so now that we've got that, I mean, you don't have to do this, but you're gonna move the center, move your centerpiece in the middle. If you don't have to do that, but sometimes I do. Okay, so once you've done that, we're gonna start doing the eyes. You don't have to make them blue, but you know, blue looks awesome. So what we're going to do is create a new solid, make it blue or red or whatever you want to do, and rename this eye color. And then we're going to go to effects and presets and click glow, go down to stylize glow. And then it glows it just a bit more. We're going to just bring that up, and we're going to click T and bring the opacity to around 10. And then we're going to zoom up on his eye. And we're going to press G or go up to the pen tool We're just going to trace it around his eye. And make sure you clicked onto the eye layer. Okay, now we can bring the opacity up just a touch and make the feather around, I don't know, maybe about a 4. And as you can see, it's starting to look, you know, and you can get an idea of what we're going to do anyways. What we're going to do now is we're going to just we're going to parent it. You can either go to here and click eye, or we can just do this thing. It looks way cooler and let it off on eye. And now it'll motion track, it'll parent it to this. So you might have to put it somewhere else. Okay, so now it's not overly important, the blue eye thing, but we would just want it there because we're going to use like a lens flare type of thing later on. Okay, so we're going to go down to glow and make the radius a bit bigger, threshold to 100, and glow intensity about like 1.7. And as you can see, if you change the radius, you don't want it too big because otherwise it goes too big, and you don't want it too small, otherwise it doesn't show. So yeah, it's a bit hard to get this right. But yeah, that's okay. Alright, so now for the flare thing. Now, this episode I didn't really want to do things that cost a lot of money. So instead I've got this thing, and it's kind of like a flare thing. That's in a link in the description, how to get it. So we're just going to put this in because, you know, I don't like to use a lot of products that cost a lot of money sometimes, because a lot of the time, if you were like me, you can't get them, so you got to work from what you have. So what we're going to do now is we're going to click on it and going to move it in. Now we just need to get to the point where it's like at its biggest point. That's its biggest point, and we're just gonna go layer, time, freeze frame. Now you can make it move if you want, because it flashes, so you can shorten it. And when you just click on this, and when it says loop, you can just say loop 50 times. I'm only gonna leave it once, but if it's just a small one and it goes, you can do that. But if it doesn't, then, you know, that's okay. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go here and press tint. And go to tint. And now this is also, we're going to use a colorizer called VC Color Vibrance. This is off Video Copilot. It's free. The website, the link is down here for his website, and you can download this for free. There's also a tutorial on how to use it as well, so it's really good, guys. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but it's really vibrant. They change it to the color you want. Like I said before, you don't have to do blue because you can just change this to like red and everything, you know. So just get it to a nice color. And the good thing about color vibrance is with the matte alpha, you can click it on, and it doesn't take away a lot of the color. Like if you go right click blending mode screen, it takes away some color. Anyway, this is a review about that on Andrew's website. Okay, so we're also going to parent this to the eye, and it'll be, you can see it. So now what we're going to do, we're going to cut it out a bit. And remember, this is actually a a still footage. I mean, you can make it not, but you know, in this one we're just gonna do it really simple. And it depends how it's like, but this time I'm gonna feather it a lot, and I'm gonna put the eye in front of it, so you know it's somewhat visible, and we're gonna make the opacity down a lot, and just put this in front of his eye. Alright, so alright, so you can see it. Now, I might just bring it over there a bit more. Now, if it's like me, I didn't actually like it over here a lot, so I'm just gonna make it cut a bit, like cut it. I only liked it on one side. And, you know, it doesn't do a lot of damage as well. You can bring the opacity up on this a lot, so you know it looks like his eye, and you can fiddle around with that a lot in the footage. I used different ones. You can see it, but I know in this one, I'm, you know, not gonna worry about it too much. So now we're gonna do some looks on it. So what we're gonna do now, we're actually just gonna render it, just to see what it looks like in actual render, how it, you know, see if we're happy. Okay guys, so we've rendered it, and let's have a look. Okay, so I'm happy with that, so I'm just gonna add some quick looks. Now, there's a link in the description also for Red Giant's quick looks. There is a paid version and there is a free version, so just download the free version, and it doesn't come with any watermarks as well, so which is good, but it just comes, there's a limit on how many looks you can do. So what we're going to do, we're going to go onto the footage and go here and look and go quick looks and magic bullet quick looks free, and then just click on the footage and then go apply look. Now there's like 1,000,001 looks that you can do. I rendered a few in Berlin and see how it looked like, but I actually liked Infusion. I came across it and I'm like, wow, this looks pretty cool. So you can also make the strength not 100%, like just to see what it looks like. And let's just click OK. Yes, okay, so it'll look like this. You can render it out. If you don't want to use quick looks, you can actually go type in curves and you know, fiddle around with this a little bit. I have used curves in the past, but now that I've got the full version of quick looks, I just basically use this all the time. So you don't have to use that again. And then just render it out, and it should look something like this. Something like that anyways. And then you can just use other looks, put some music together, and you know, it'll look good. It doesn't have to look 100% anyway, so we're not in actual cinematography, Hollywood movie stuffs yet anyways. So thanks for watching. Guys, thanks for watching. Hope you got something out of it. If you didn't, email me. Email here, Twitter here. If there's anything wrong, just message me, see if I can help. And thanks for watching.